excited about our talk today for all the Filipinos in Massachusetts and everywhere else that's watching today. Welcome to Filipinos in Live.
Charles and I met a year or two ago through a real estate network group.
Aria, right?
Aria, the Asian Realtor Association of America. We're here to not talk about specifically what we do, but really talk about other Filipinos and their business and business owners.
What do you think about the Filipinos in Massachusetts group, and what do they provide the Filipinos in Massachusetts specifically to connect each other?
I think there's this, the Filipinos are looking for this type of platform. So we want to encourage folks who are watching to tell us about these things, announce it so that we can share it with everybody else.
My company is worldwide. We are in over 24 countries and 90,000 plus agents worldwide. We have a robust online real estate company. I work in luxury real estate, and I also help people that are looking to downsize or upsize. So if you need assistance in helping you move and helping you transition from wherever you're coming from internationally or domestically, we would love to have you and would love to see how we can assist you.
I lead the distribution for SquareRisk.com. SquareRisk is actually what we call a digital commercial insurance platform. So, we specialize mainly in business insurance. We can do business working with local agents in your community that want to support a business owner with insurance placement. And then we can just connect dots to connect you with you locally or through a local agent that may be representing you.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming here. We are excited to hear about all this yummy stuff that you guys are going to talk about. So we're going to pass it along and, introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are.
Thanks so much, Charles and Marge. So hello, Kabayan. My name is Reg. This is my husband, Soap. We're actually newly married. I'm originally from Las Piñas in Metro Manila. And I moved to Toronto 3 years ago. And eventually met my husband. After a few months of being married, we decided to live in Massachusetts. So the name of our business is Soap's Barbecue, named after my husband.
Hey, so I just have a passion for serving people. I found different avenues. I do run this group called Saugus Community Events. We're finding ways to serve people. So we're doing cooking classes, we're doing free music lessons, we're doing all sorts of fun stuff to engage with the community, coaching sports. My wife just decided to, look at something we could do together. So I have a passion for cooking, for serving, and for barbecue. Same with my wife. I think this is our way to love on the community and also gain an income.
Can you tell us, what motivated you to move to Massachusetts and, a little bit about yourselves and how you became to be who you guys are today?
My sister and myself decided to pursue further studies in Toronto. So we moved there 3 years ago. We wanted to pursue our permanent residency there. And I don't know if you guys know, but Canada has a lot of, Filipinos there, lots of, kababayan, and they're top 3, I believe, in terms of immigrants in the Toronto area. It's such a blessing to see that this specific group is growing, because I think it's so important, as a resource for Filipinos who are coming into Massachusetts. So imagine, I uprooted my life in the Philippines and wanted to pursue a life in Canada. And then I met him, and I wanted to pursue where he was headed, or I wanted to go the same direction that he was going. It's just very loving for us, and we're so blessed by the Filipino community. So I just want to share that a little bit.
Just quick, my family were refugees from Cambodia, and growing up, I had no supports. I was taken away from my family, put into foster care, and seeing you guys unite and create something and help each other is so empowering, and I want to be a part of that. And seeing how people loved on us even though we didn't deserve it. I encourage other people to reach out to this organization because we're nothing special. All we did was share our a little bit of our story, and we got contacted to be on the show and push our business. So we appreciate you guys, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Antonette, nice to see you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and be part of this show for this morning or this afternoon.
Let's go right in, dive right in, and share with us a little bit about who you are and your business.
I was born in the Philippines and I migrated to the US at a young age. I grew up around Holyoke, Massachusetts in Western Mass. And when I was 23, I moved to Boston and began my career as a registered nurse. After 12 years in the field, I launched Curantis Private Nursing Services. It is a luxury concierge nursing service offering top-tier care for clients recovering from surgery, providing cosmetic surgery aftercare, IVF support, and elderly care. And we strive our best to deliver exceptional nursing care to our clients, whether in their homes, hotels, or their preferred location. And additionally, because I always have this entrepreneur spirit in me, I just recently launched another business last month. It is called, or I am the proud owner of Entrepinay. It is an exclusive online pop-up store for Filipinos, Filipino novelty, personalized gifts, t-shirts, and I'm so excited to we just recently launched our Pinoy brand coffee, which is, we called it Pinoy Rose, and Bruja Nurse Coffee, which is basically for all the hardworking Filipino nurses out there. What else? You know what? As a Filipino business owner, it can sometimes be lonely. So I'm just like so happy to be able to find this platform to share my story and eventually help out all of my other kababayans out there.
Latest news, guys. What's on the agenda here? What have you seen? And tell us a little more.
Well, now hearing about this platform, I want to create an event for the Filipino community through Saugus Community Events. You could find us on Facebook, Saugus Community Events. Just type it in Facebook and you'll see us and all the different things we do. But I'm excited. We typically do like cookouts and stuff like that. But we also take feedback from the community. What do you guys want to see? What do you want, and how can we help you?
Thank you. Thank you. Antonette, what do you got going on for latest news? Tell us.
With Curantis and Entrepinay, we want to make sure that we also give back to our community. So we do have classes, like a free friends and family CPR classes for any business owners or any families that want to learn about CPR and how to save a life in the community. And we are also planning, multiple events, networking events online, and other events, personal events in the near future, just to gather everybody, all our business, all the entrepreneurs and the Filipinos out there. And also our doors, or my doors, always open for any of my kababayans who need resources or who need like a mentor when they're starting their business.
Guys, this is now open, so let's definitely dive into the questions. Antonette, I want to ask you that to give you your time here to talk about your background. Could you share a little bit more about you and what drives you and what whereabouts are you in Massachusetts?
I've lived around Boston, currently in the North Shore right now in Lowell, Mass, residing currently in Lowell, Mass. My mom is a classic example of a Filipino nurse who migrated here in the Philippines to give her children the opportunity or to seek greener pastures. As a Filipino nurse and being in the field, I was deeply aware during COVID of the burnout that many nurses experience in the current US healthcare system. And that's where Curantis Private Nursing Services actually came to being. I aim to set an example that there is an alternative path beyond traditional nursing or traditional bedside care. The reason why I started or launched Entrepinay, my online store, is to develop a sense of community and exclusivity, making our kababayans and Filipinos feel proud and at home every time they visit Entrepreneur Shop. I want them to say, this is home, and I find comfort in the many items that our store offers.
My parents went to Florida during COVID. I need to get them back up here for care and keep an eye on them. I'm glad you're on the show today because, there is some nursing support now needed, even though, my father's 96 and my mom's 94. And they're independent living. The system here isn't built for Filipino elderly care. It's built for obviously U.S. care. So, but we'd like to have those type of folks that understand the language, obviously understand the culture, and most importantly, understand what they're going through as they get elderly. So I'm here to support you guys and love to hear more of your stories. So I'll turn it back to Charles to just support what you guys are doing.
It's a great segue, Art. Really appreciate that. There's like a big drive to like connect with each other and support each other as a community. Like I haven't seen that too much in other communities that I've been involved with in the past. But there's just so much opportunity to help each other and to get to know each other and to create a family, which is really exciting. Let's dive in a little bit more, guys. So the question now, inspiration and ideas. So what inspired you all to start your own business? And what was the I guess the catalyst for you to create it? Just some ideas, but just tell us what inspired you guys.
I've always had this entrepreneurial mindset within me. My grandma is half Chinese, half Jap and Filipino, and she's really very good in math. She's great at deals and doing business. The catalyst was really during COVID, because it was a very challenging time wherein nurses, we didn't have the luxury to stay at home. We have to go to work and take care of the unknown, and it was very frightening. Our healthcare system had fundamentally changed. So that's what really motivated me to open or launch Curantis Private Nursing Services.
So I've always been interested in having a food business, and I've tried milkshakes. I've tried selling Japanese food as well. I thought that perhaps this is a good time to help out, Soap and also pursue another food business. At some point, Soap and I started discussing if we should do a Filipino Cambodian a food stall at some point, because Cambodian food's also equally delicious. He's been teaching me how to smoke properly, and he's very intricate with all the details. So I'm learning a lot and loving barbecue meats. And we just thought that this is something that we can extend, to the Filipino community and even make it profitable.
Very cool. Very cool. I love that. And did I mention I'm starving every time we talk about food?
No, listen to all this.
I can't wait to try it. So the next question, guys, initial challenges as business owners. It's inevitable, right? We all struggle in one way or the other, right? And there's a lot of reasons and a lot of unforeseen and things that we can also obviously control. And I want to hear a little bit more about your challenges that your biggest challenge that you guys have had that you recently had to deal with, and how did you overcome them?
Being an entrepreneur can be a lonely journey, but Filipinos, it's in our DNA that we are resilient. We're very hardworking, and we always push ourselves. So I was able to overcome it by aligning myself with mentors that can guide me to the right path, networking and attending events, and attending different types of platforms like this will definitely help with your brand.
Well, I think right now the biggest challenge is the brand that we have, because I am known in the community for doing free things. I've given multiple cooking classes for free for middle school kids, for high school kids, and then we're running these free events, and we're giving food out for free and trying to meet needs in the community. So now I also was given free music lessons. And if you look at the market right now, that was one thing I transitioned to, because the market for guitar lessons, you're paying $60+ bucks an hour, right? So from me going to free to now charging people, I'm going way under market. I'm charging 35 bucks an hour for beginner guitar lessons, and then I'm driving to the facility, and then I'm actually taking extra time. So there's a lot of startup issues, because we don't really have a market for it right now. Like, how do you give free food to people all the time and then all of a sudden start charging for it? So we're looking into a different market completely, where Reg is saying that the Filipino community is very tight knit, and like we said, we've experienced the love and support from the Filipino community, and the people that actually gave us free furniture. They had a local business that we supported, and they were selling food, and so we purchased some of their food, not because we felt that we owed them, but we also wanted to support them in some way. They didn't force us to do that. So seeing other people do this, I think where we want to come in and do the same thing. So we really are grassroots. The first post that was made, Reg just came up with this idea and made a flyer, and we haven't had any customers yet. We've had some people reach out but not follow through. So I guess that's our biggest issue, is really finding the market and getting ourselves out there.
This is grassroots stuff, and use us as the forum to tell us where you're going to be, right? And let us tell you where the events are going to be, and connect you dots to getting that food out. So this is the perfect forum, and I hope that we can prove this all out, surely, because you got something there, and our job is to make sure that we get your brand out there, all your brands, get your food out there, get your service out there. Filipinos are great at creating that connection. They needed this digital format to do it, to support that too.
We all start in all different levels, right? We all are in different levels now in our businesses and where we want to be. And what would you guys suggest for people who just have the idea, right? And they haven't even done anything yet, or from your experience, because we can only speak from our personal experiences, what can you share with us a little bit about that? What would be the advice you would give to someone who's like, well, I don't know, like I'm scared, or I have fear, or I don't think, people might think my services are good, like, my nursing services, my real estate services, my insurance services, my food business. Can you tell us a little more about, those things?
I realized not to pigeonhole myself. So when I started branching out and doing things, like I knew I was good at cooking, and then these opportunities came up where someone needed to hire a cook to cook for their party of like 100 people at a graduation party. It was just when people realized that I was running these events, like, wait a minute, Philip is a perfect candidate for this. Superlative to really just kind of ground my skills. And then I saw that there was a need. So I just started picking up individual clients, and things travel by word of mouth. Like my rates were very respectable. I do everything with integrity. And so when you do that, people will eventually see.
For me, don't be scared. Take that initial step. I am an evidence of that. I am a minority Filipino woman in the Boston, Massachusetts area with 2 businesses. I grew up, with basically just like the minority among a group of like 100 people, or in the hospital, just one of those minority Filipino. Just don't be scared. Take that initial step and everything will follow. You have a community of supporters, especially our Filipino community over here, rooting for your success and who's willing to support you. Embrace the challenge, because they are opportunities for growth, as what Art and Charles just mentioned. We failed, but it's not a failure. It's actually part of our road to success.
Really, really excited, guys, and really happy that you guys all came and shared your stories. I think a lot of people are going to watch this, and really want to say salamat and thank you for all of your time being here. Reg, Soap, Antonette, Art, myself, Ruben, the team, Learning Local, and we thank you guys for showing up, and be aware of the next show that's coming up, and really excited to share more.
Great. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Filipino, 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 Filipino. Hoy pare, pakinggan nyo